පේන්ට් කරන්න සහාය අවශ්‍යද? පේන්ටි TC ගයිඩ් එකක් නොමිලේම ලබා ගන්න මිස් කෝල් එකක් විතරක්ම දෙන්න.
Given the weak external environment and domestic policy tightening aimed at restoring macroeconomic stability, economy is expected to contract by 3% in 2023 before registering a modest growth of 1.5% in 2024. The IMF supported program is an opportunity for all Sri Lankans to come together to work through this crisis to restore economic stability and put the country on a sustainable growth path. The IMF is here to help you along the way.
Domestic debt restructuring, what kind of a role IMF can play when it comes to recapitalizing the banks?
The authorities are making good faith efforts to negotiate with all their creditors, both private creditors and official creditors, and the engagement is going on quite well. In terms of the timeline, it's the expectation that the restructuring exercise will be completed, the first review of the program, which is in September or October. We don't get involved per se in any of the debt restructuring negotiations, defining the perimeter of debt, and so on and so forth. Any kind of restructuring will need to keep into account, make sure that the financial stability is assured.
The state-owned enterprises reforms like the CEP, what is your view on that?
A lot of these SOEs are not profit-making, and they have been a drain on public finances. So in our program, as you will have seen, we do have a structural benchmark on cost recovery for both fuel and electricity pricing. And that is a continuous benchmark. That means throughout the 4 years of the program. In addition to that, there are other SOEs that are not profit-making, and we have looked into those too. And we have asked that there is a restructuring of their balance sheets.
Just to check on the interest rates for this loan, and is it same across all the other countries, the interest rate that you all are giving?
We've estimated that over the lifetime of the loan for 2037, it would average out to about 5%. Sri Lanka, it's really a severe crisis, which hits people very hard. And then the IMF comes along, and there's a negotiation with the authorities about the reforms that are needed to get out of that crisis. So in people's perception, these two things are linked, and they may not like it. But Sri Lanka is actually a very good example of what happens when the IMF isn't here. What the IMF does is it provides some financing that cushions the transition from this very harsh reality to a new equilibrium. So it gives a little bit of breathing space to let these reforms that are necessary take place and help the country emerge from the crisis.